Hi, how are you? I'm Nash. Welcome to one more episode of this Awakening to Consciousness podcast, and this is chapter number 3. Today we will talk about the trials. I hope you are feeling very well, how you have felt, and that you tell me how it went with the last video, where I left you precisely that homework question. And if you started to change things, I would like you to comment on it in the comments. What was their experience like if they really began to enter this consciousness? And today, something I want to talk about is about trials. Because really, when we want to change our reality, we want to start transforming our lives, which are the things that stagnate us, that don't let us move forward, and what has us living the life that we are seeing right now, and a large part of those are trials. Many times we do not realize, we even realize that the judgments we have there are the importance of entering consciousness, of connecting with that consciousness. To know when we are being judicious and thus be able to practically change it. The invitation to be in consciousness is to be present in the moment. It is to be present with your thoughts, with your points of view, with your judgments, with what you are feeling, so that the moment you detect a judgment, you can change it. How can trials be detected? Being aware, but also using as one other people as mirrors when we start criticizing. Something in other people is because we have a judgment and we also use that in them against ourselves. How we know ourselves, how we criticize ourselves creates a very negative energy. Even if you are a person who can go into really judging other people very strongly, you are creating demons, then that is already of a different kind. That is already from entities, but I only mention it so that they realize of how heavy the energy of judgment is. And many times we don't realize that we are being judgmental, because even me, whether I or another me, if I IFO any person that we are in that reality and that we are working on expanding our consciousness, it is very easy to fall into judgments and not realize. So here the invitation is to start using the tools that are in our favor, that have access, to be aware, to start identifying these judgments and destroy them and uncreate them, change them. Because as soon as we begin to change those judgments, we begin to be able to receive more. As I told you, conscience judges nothing and accepts everything. So this is this energy of being in a state of permission, of being in the state of, okay, what is this situation bringing me? Why is it appearing to me and how can I change it? But if we are in a state of judgment of I am not enough, that is wrong, things I don't know, they never go well for me, I never have money, I am very bad at handling money. If you follow all those judgments, and as they say, it can you feel what this heavy energy feels like. So what do trials do? They create a fixed energy, a rigidity, a structure that they remember what is rigid. What is fixed cannot be changed and can be broken. When you are the energy of change, when you are flexible, and when you are willing to be the energy that you need to be to change things, then that is when the magic happens. When you are energy of judgment, you cannot receive more because you are only criticizing. You are seeing how it affects what it was doing so many times, that what you are criticizing does not even affect you. And yet people are going to be criticized because it is what they know, it is what is usual, it is what is normal, and it is what this reality has brought us. But when you stop for a moment and start to see, really this is mine, where is all this negative energy coming from? That is why, when it is very easy, especially in Latin America, for Spanish-speaking countries to fall into gossip, I believe that meddling in other people's lives is criticizing. It is something that at least I noticed in my town, that there are so few activities to do. That the best activity is to get into other people's lives and criticize everything bad they do, because they do it that way. Because if they are this other, then it is really a super heavy energy, because first it does not allow you to receive what that person. If you have a judgment towards a person, it doesn't allow you to receive what contribution they can make in your life. It creates a separation and precisely maintains a very negative energy of everything bad, because at the same time you are criticizing the other person. Does that mean there's something in you that's aligning? Either I know, or when you have a judgment against someone, or you align yourself and say, you know, that either I am the same as that person, or you reject him completely. How do you know you don't have judgment when you're neutral about a situation, when it doesn't cause a reaction in you? If there's a person who comes who tells me, I once heard a person who had judgments about people wearing red lipstick, then if I receive whatever happens to you a bold lip, how are you going to have a judgment about that, and can you make me angry? I am completely rejecting it, that it is activating something in me that is making me put a lot of energy into it, judge the other person, and fall into their games. If I line up and say, you know what, he's right, totally, it looks horrible, I took it off, it's not for me, I look, no, not super bad. So they do notice what an energy that does not create is like. It is an energy that lowers you. It does not invite you to create more, to change things when you are. The interesting point of view is interesting. The point of view. You don't go into judgment energy. It's like, I don't agree, but that's okay. That is, if it is what you believe, if it is what you are choosing at this moment, and it is accepting that it is that person's reality. If that person wants to change it, go ahead, but you can't force anyone to change. That's another part, super important. You can change, and once you start working your judgments, you start moving this energy. You are the invitation for the energy around you to move. So this is precisely what you are aware of when you are being judicious, when you are entering. In the energy of judgment with others, with gossip, criticizing, talking bad about other people, what you are really doing is sending super bad vibes to that person. You are aligning yourself with another person's point of view. And really, they are putting that fixed energy into another person then. When you get out of this game and start acting from conscience and get caught up in a judgment, because we are all going to suddenly have, that is, notice that I am judging here, okay, where does this come from? Is this really mine? Or I learned it being my mom, I learned it being my dad, I learned it being with what they did to me at school. When those of us who we did in Catholic schools, many times we bring many, many beliefs that we don't even ask ourselves if there really are many, many judgments. That we never really ask ourselves if it's really something we believe or just align ourselves because we saw them as an authority figure, and it must be real without questioning anything. So here again, I invite you to ask that energy of question, that energy of what can create more, of how can I change this situation, and how to identify judgments. To change them, eliminate them, the more you remove judgments, you are like layers that you remove, you withdraw, because judgments do not allow you to connect with your true being, with what you really want to live. How many people tell me I would like to be an artist, but if I'm an artist, I'm going to die of hunger? Do you have a judgment on artists and how many artists are millionaires? How many artists do great? So you buy your point of view with other people's judgments that you can be an artist. So you stop chasing your dream and you don't go for what you want. Here the key is precisely to remove these judgments so that you can live the life you want. So that makes you happy with what expands you. When you choose what expands you, what makes you happy? What makes you vibrate higher. So you are being you. You are following what you want, and that energy vibration begins to be reflected throughout your surroundings. What happens when you start to get a job, for example, that you don't like, and you know that job doesn't make me happy? It doesn't expand me. It's what there is because I have it, it gives me money. You feel like you have to go because that's what there is, but your body knows it doesn't want to be there. You feel like you don't want to be there, but you can't choose not to be there because you feel like you have no choice. What's starting to happen? That your body is starting to get sick. Why? Because it just begins to create reasons why you can't go to work or don't want to go to work. Your head starts to hurt, your knee starts to fail so you can no longer walk, and you start looking for reasons so you can have one. It's a justification for why not go to work. So don't take your body to those extremes. Start to be more aware of the judgments you have. Start to change them so that you can reach and take one more step towards what really expands you. Does it make them happy? Can it contribute to them? It really sounds simple, and it is because once you start to choose from consciousness and start to be conscious, really wanting to change. You can change these programs that put us in. Remember your points of view. They create your reality. So this energy comes in to say, you know what? Let's see. Hey, what judgments I'm having. Show me what judgments I have, that if I could identify them, I can change to improve my life and to create more and expand more, and everything that this does not allow. They want to destroy this, and blatantly now, please. They only have to say that they can do little. So with this, we are clearing the energy so that you can be aware of the judgments that are there and thus be able to eliminate them. How do you eliminate them? They identify a judgment. I destroy and describe this. You can poke, you can say the long statement if you want, and that's how it works. If you want to go a little deeper, you can go see where this comes from, what is happening to me, where I bought it, or K. All that is, all that brought, I want to destroy is to create now. Please prune POC, and this is how it works. So I invite you to be that point of permission that allows you to be in consciousness so that you can be observers of your judgments, so that you can eliminate them and cancel them. I hope this video has helped you, and if so, please share it. I would love for you to leave a comment. Don't forget to follow me on my social networks, Instagram, TikTok, and here on YouTube. So, can you really listen to me on other platforms too, and any topic you would like us to talk about? Leave me there in the comments, and I hope that this video continues to be a contribution for all of you so that you realize the damage that judgments can do to you, but that they can also change it. I'm still here. Send messages, leave it in the comments. Please share it to help so that this community grows and can contribute to you even more. Thank you very much.